who currently lead Class D on the scoreboard. Brady Dabner and Graham Stuck not able to get their dealer team Golf on the Class B pace. Stage 4 is a faster, more open stage, which takes the cars up and over Mapassa's neck, where switchbacks and hairpin bends slow the pace down. Having lost out on stage 3, Serge and Vito regained their form on stage 4. Leaving a trail of dust down in the valley, the second Toyota Conquest of Enzo Kuhn and Johan Silung are locked in a tussle with Sarah van der Merwe and Frans Boshoff. Only 4 seconds separate the two teams on the scoreboard. Having overcome their early morning setback, Hannes Grobler and Douglas Judd must be commended for their effort in driving their Nissan Sentra back into contention. The Sentra has stood up well to the rough conditions and the equally tough pace being set by Serge up front. Hannes drives the Sentra through the final section of stage 4 towards the regroup and the much-needed service break at Uji. As the cars receive attention from the service crews, the drivers and navigators are able to rest their weary muscles. While the score sheet tells one story, Serge tells us his.
Well, the stages have been very long compared to the other events we've had. And it's quite tough on the car. And, you know, you have to drive a different style to make sure you don't get a puncture and things like that. So we've got 3 stages, which total about 88 Ks. So it's still a long way to go, you know, for the amount of only 3 stages.
35 seconds separate the Toyota from the Nissan. Not a great deal of time considering the stage distance of 112 kilometers already completed. 16 seconds separate Hannes from Enzo, who holds 3rd place by 12 seconds from the Sarah van der Merwe Ford. Grobler and Judd can be well pleased with their performance so far, but will the Nissan crew go for the win or be happy to finish in 2nd place?
Oh, we're definitely going to charge. I mean, there's nothing like to win, you know. But the roads are quite rough, and we had a little problem in stage 1, so we lost a little bit of time with brakes. We didn't have any brakes for 5 kilos. But further on, it went very well with the car. I'm quite happy the car. The engine is very good, handling is very good, and we're going to try and push it.
This program is brought to you by NGK Spark Plugs, sure fire from start to finish. The NGK Mountain Trial continues with the remaining 3 stages making up 93 kilometers of stage distance in total. Serge and Vito depart the regroup area ahead of the 18 surviving cars. On stage 5, the cars get a chance to open up as the roads widen and become less bumpy. Serge takes full advantage and wins the 27-kilometer stage in 19 minutes and 5 seconds. That's an average speed of just under 85 kilometers an hour. Enzo appears ahead of Hannes Grobler on the road, signaling possible trouble for the Nissan team. Sarel continues to pressure Enzo for what could now be the fight for 2nd place. Our helicopter crew find the Sentra being towed out of stage 5 and the NGK Mountain Trial. A sterling effort nonetheless from the Sentra and its Nissan team. Let's not for a moment forget the effort being put up by the smaller, less powerful cars in this field. We briefly joined Schalk and Suberger in their Class C Toyota Conquest as they bounce and battle their way over the rough roads in their privately entered car. Besides leading Class C, the Burgers hold 7th place ahead of Tony Ball and Glenn Derman. On stage 6, Leon Buerter and Francois Jordan take over Sarah van der Merwe's 3rd place when the Ford retires after damage incurred in stage 5 becomes terminal in stage 6. On to the 7th and final stage of the NGK Mountain Trial. Enzo Kuhn inherited the Nissan 2nd place on stage 5. Serge starts the longest stage of the rally, 41 kilometers in length. The Toyotas are at this point unaware of the van der Merwe drama being played out behind them on the previous stage. Serge drives for survival, knowing only too well that just a puncture deep into this section would surely rob him of a victory. Stage 7 eventually picks up on stage 4 in reverse. The steep pass, previously run as a decline, now becomes an awesome incline, which the tired cars and crews approach with understandable apprehension. The wind is picked up to almost 50 kilometers an hour on the crest, and the dust trail hangs for only seconds behind the cars. After stalling on the line at the start of the rally, the #1 Toyota has hardly missed a beat since. Of the 6 stages completed, Serge and Vito have won 5, leaving little doubt in anyone's mind that the current national champions intend to keep that status intact for 1993. Keeping one's concentration sharp over the long stages is an important factor for survival on endurance rally events. Enzo slides the Conquest into a washaway, but luckily pulls himself clear with sheer power and the four-wheel drive traction. The leading Class B car has survived the worst of the stage, and from the cutting can enjoy the downhill run to the finish. John and Cherry Sanders, now 4th overall, after a truly great effort in the front-wheel drive Class A Golf. The Derman Levkovitz effort has kept them in the running, and although unable to challenge the Burgers, have secured the 2nd place in Class C. Ralph and Peter Chadwick have driven hard in an effort to stay ahead for Class D honours. The 1600cc Golf throws in the towel on the pass, leaving the Chadwick brothers no option but to park and spectate. Brady Dabner will be pleased to finish, but will undoubtedly be disappointed with their lowly 9th placing on the scoreboard. So near and yet so far can best sum up the situation Ralph Chadwick finds himself in. The leading pack arrive at the Maclear Country Club in formation. Serge and Vito, ahead of teammates Enzo Kuhn and Johan Sielung, all no doubt pleased with their efforts on this grueling rally.
Serge, a nice one for Toyota, 1 and 2 again. You must be very pleased.
Yeah, we're waiting for Sarl to come in and we'll know if we got a 1st and 2nd. If we did, I think it was very good for Toyota. And we had a clean run and I enjoyed it. Thank you.
But now we believe Sarl's out of the rally.
Oh, well, we didn't know about that. So we thought it was still coming. So if that's the case, then it's good for us.
The event itself, did you enjoy it?
I enjoyed the event. I think the roads were a bit on the rough side. But I must say the organisers went out his way to find all new roads, and he must have put a lot of effort into it. Maybe after we've used the roads a few times, they'll come better, you know. But it was interesting, I must say.
Enzo, 2nd overall behind your teammate Serge Damso, must be very pleasing for you.
Yeah, I'm sure the boss will be happy when he hears that. We had a nice event. It was a very compact event, and I think it could be the format of future events, cutting down on service costs and stuff like that. But it was still long stage kilometers, and it was hard work. A 40k stage, it felt like it never ended.
The final results see only 2 Class A four-wheel drive cars. Toyota obviously pleased to own both of them. Truly commendable are the efforts of the non-factory privateer teams who have made up the backbone of the event. The 34 points scored by Serge Damso and Vito Bonafide placed them back at the top of the championship log, now 25 points clear of Sarel in France. Chart van der Walt and Jaco van der Linde have finished 6 events out of 6 run, and their consistency keeps them in contention just 8 points behind the leaders. Last words from Leon Buerter, who sums up the feelings of those who made it to the end.
It went very well, although it was very, very rough. The car is in a very bad condition at the moment. Unnecessary rough, actually, for privateers, I can tell you that. The pre-event publicity was, you know, everybody said we're going to do high speeds, 160 k's an hour average. I think we can be glad if we did 60 k's an hour average. So, but I'm very, very happy that we made it. The car is excellent. It's getting a bit old now, but we did quite well. I'm very happy.